All right. This video is going to cover Unit 3, Topic 4, solving a radical equation. The level that we're at is you're going to start with double radical. So your goal from the start is to get one square root on both sides of this equation. So if you need to move terms, you can do that. In this case, we have a square root on the left, square root on the right. So we're good. To undo that, we're going to square both sides. So when you square root, those are inverse operations. So that's just going to leave you with, in this case, 4x minus 1. Squaring this here, what you're going to end up with is you're going to have this here, and you're going to have near. So you're going to have, let's see, you got your square root of x minus 2. You got your 3. Same deal here. You have your square root of x minus 2, and you have your 3. Okay, so when we start thinking about products here, the square root of x minus 2 times itself is just going to be x minus 2. 3 times the square root of x minus 2 is just going to be exactly that, which is going to be 3 times the square root of x minus 2. 3 times root of x minus 2. I should have left a little more room there. I apologize. Again, here, this is going to be very similar. This is going to be 3 times the root of x minus 2. And the 3 times the 3 is going to be 9. So that's where this is coming from. When you combine the 3 square root of x minus 2 plus another 3 square root of x minus 2, that's where the 6 is coming from, and then you have the x minus 2 and the 9. So I'm doing a couple steps at once here. I'm taking this x minus 2 plus 9, which is going to be really just the x plus 7. And then I'm subtracting x from both sides to get 3x, subtracting 7. 1 minus the 7 is negative 6. And then you have this thing here. We still have a square root. We have to inverse operation, so we're squaring both sides again. Be mindful here, you have to square the 6. So 6 squared becomes the 36 times the x minus 2. This you could draw a square and do the same thing to get this trinomial. I'm not going to show that on the video. Then you're going to use the distributive property with the 36. 36 times x, 36 times negative 2 to get that binomial. And then you're going to move these terms over to end up with this trinomial here. At this point, you always want to look for greatest common factor before you start factoring by grouping or using quadratic formula if you choose. Divide by 9, and then this factoring becomes way simpler. X squared minus 8x plus 12. The numbers that add up to negative 8 that multiply to 12 are negative 2 and negative 6. So you get x equals 6 and x equals 2. With radicals, you're always going to have to check for extraneous roots. So what you're going to do, if you literally plug in 6 here, 6 minus 2 is 4. So square root of 4 plus 3. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1. That's where that's coming from. 2 plus 3 is 5. Square root of 25 is 5. That checks. Then you're going to check x equals 2. Same idea, 2 minus 2 is 0. The square root of that is 0 plus 3. So you get 3 on the left side. 2 on the right, you're going to end up with 1 plus 8 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. Sometimes one or both won't check. That means you have an extraneous solution. In this case, both work.